Are you already careful with your diet? Avoiding spicy food, skipping citrus, even giving up coffee? Have you tried apple cider vinegar every day? Followed every online tip step by step? Yet the acid reflux just won't go away? Well, maybe the problem isn't what you're eating. Maybe it's how you're living. In our last two videos, we uncovered whether apple cider vinegar really helps with acid reflux and the hidden risks that come with using it the wrong way. After watching, many people messaged me saying, "I've done everything right. Why am I still suffering?" That's exactly why I made today's video. Because sometimes the real triggers aren't on your plate, they're in your everyday habits. Simple things that seem harmless like lighting a cigarette after meals, a small glass of wine at night, or lying down right after dinner. These little actions can quietly damage your stomach, making all your efforts, including the apple cider vinegar, completely ineffective. In today's video, I'll walk you through the common daily habits silently making your reflux worse, why these habits trigger acid reflux, even if your diet is super clean, and most importantly, how to make real changes without feeling overwhelmed. Have you ever thought, "I'm doing everything right, why am I still not better?" If so, this video is for you. If you want to truly understand your body and break free from lifelong dependence on medication, click that like button and subscribe for honest, science-based health tips, especially designed for those of us over 50. And if you got a habit you're struggling to change, leave a comment below. We'll work on it together, step by step, gently and sustainably. Stomach's number one enemy, smoking. When people think about acid reflux, they usually blame spicy food, lemon water, or coffee. But rarely do they notice a quiet, sneaky culprit that damages the stomach bit by bit every single day. That culprit is smoking. I once had a patient, Mr. Tam, in his early 60s. He said to me, "Doc, I've cut out everything, no spice, no coffee. I even take apple cider vinegar daily, but I still get heartburn and throat burn every night." I asked him, "Do you still smoke?" He said, "Just a few cigarettes after meals, helps me digest." But what he didn't realize, those few cigarettes were silently destroying all his efforts. So why does smoking affect acid reflux so much? It's not just about your lungs or your heart. Smoking has a direct impact on your stomach and esophagus in 5 powerful ways that most people have never heard of. 1. It weakens the lower esophageal sphincter, LES. This is the little valve that keeps stomach acid from backing up. Nicotine relaxes that valve so it doesn't close properly. And that's how acid sneaks back up, causing that burning, bitter sensation. 2. It triggers excess stomach acid. People think smoking helps with digestion, but it actually causes your stomach to release more acid than needed without improving digestion, which increases the chance of acid reflux. 3. It reduces saliva production. Saliva may seem unimportant, but it's your body's natural firefighter. It's slightly alkaline and helps neutralize excess acid. But smoking dries out your mouth, so there's less saliva to protect your throat and esophagus. 4. It slows down stomach emptying. When food lingers in your stomach too long, pressure builds up. That pressure can push acid back into the esophagus. 5. It damages the protective lining. Toxins in cigarette smoke weaken the lining of your stomach and esophagus, making them more vulnerable to inflammation, erosion, and pain. Even small amounts of acid can hurt more when your defenses are down. So with all this going on, even if you're taking ACV, avoiding trigger foods, or following your doctor's orders, as long as you're still smoking, it's going to be very hard to heal. Now, I'm not saying this to make you feel guilty. I'm saying it because this is something you actually have the power to change. If you're a former smoker or trying to quit but struggling to find motivation, leave a comment and share your story. I'd love to hear it, because once you understand what your body is fighting against, you'll gain a new reason to fight for yourself gently, consistently, and long-term. In the next video, we'll uncover stomach enemy 2, alcohol, and why even just one glass at dinner may be enough to trigger your reflux for hours. Stomach's enemy 2, alcohol, gentle, but silently harmful. "Doctor, I only have a glass of wine at night to help me sleep. I'm not a heavy drinker, just a few beers on weekends with friends." I hear these lines all the time. And I get it, drinking alcohol is a common habit. In some cultures, it's even a way of bonding. But if you're living with acid reflux, that seemingly harmless glass could be the very thing undoing all your efforts. So why does alcohol trigger reflux so aggressively? Here's the surprising part. You don't have to drink a lot. You don't have to get drunk. Even one small drink a day can quietly make things worse for several reasons. One, it relaxes the lower esophageal sphincter, LES. Just like nicotine, alcohol causes the valve between your stomach and esophagus to loosen up. When this valve doesn't close properly, acid can easily rise up, causing burning, sour taste, and discomfort. Two, it increases stomach acid production. Especially with white wine and beer, alcohol can stimulate your stomach to release more acid than needed. Now pair that with a weakened LES and you've got a perfect recipe for reflux. Three, it irritates your stomach and esophageal lining. Alcohol is volatile. It breaks down the protective mucus layer. When it hits your stomach or throat lining, it causes irritation, burning, even inflammation. That's why the burning often lingers longer after drinking. Four, it slows down stomach emptying. Alcohol reduces gut motility. That means food sits in your stomach longer, increasing pressure and pushing acid upward. I know giving up alcohol isn't easy, but if you truly want to take control of your reflux, cutting back, or ideally cutting it out completely, can work better than any miracle remedy you've tried. Even just a 2 to 3 week alcohol break could show you a real difference. Less heartburn, deeper sleep, no more tight, burning chest after meals. Sometimes healing doesn't come from adding something new. It comes from removing what's silently hurting you. So let me ask, how much alcohol are you drinking these days? Have you noticed your reflux gets worse after a party? Or even after a single glass of wine? Leave a comment below. You're not alone. Many others are in the exact same place. They just haven't spoken up yet. In the next video, we'll look at stomach enemy 3, spicy foods and the healthy diet mistakes that keep reflux coming back. Stomach's enemy 3, spicy foods, overeating, and late dinners. Are you feeding your reflux every day without realizing it? Have you ever finished a delicious meal only to feel a burning sensation in your chest or a tightness in your throat just minutes later? You might think, maybe my stomach is just weak, but the real culprit could be what and how you just ate. One of my patients, Mr. Howard, 58 years old, said to me, "Doc, I've already quit smoking and cut back on alcohol, but the heartburn just won't go away." I asked, "What did you eat last night?" He replied, "Pho with extra beef fat, a little chili satay, and a slice of orange for dessert." That was all I needed to hear. Because the problem wasn't just the spicy chili, it was the whole way he was eating. Let's take a closer look at some common food habits that quietly fuel acid reflux. 1. Spicy foods like chili, black pepper, and satay. Capsaicin, the compound that gives chili its heat, can irritate the esophageal lining, especially if it's already inflamed. Not everyone is affected the same way, but if you got chronic reflux, spicy foods are like pouring fuel on a fire. 2. High-fat meals, fried, greasy, or rich foods. Fat slows down how quickly your stomach empties. Food stays longer, builds pressure, and that pressure pushes acid up into the esophagus. Imagine overfilling a bottle, then tipping it, it overflows. 3. Acidic foods, oranges, lemons, tomatoes, coffee, chocolate. These are common irritants for people with sensitive digestion. Even a slice of citrus can leave your throat burning or cause lingering dry cough. 4. Eating too much or too close to bedtime. This is one of the most overlooked causes of reflux. If you eat dinner at 8 p.m. and lie down at 9:30, your body hasn't finished digesting. And when you recline, gravity no longer protects you. Acid can creep back up. I know these habits aren't easy to change overnight. But if you truly want to manage reflux in a natural, sustainable way, changing your eating habits is foundational, even more important than apple cider vinegar or any online remedy you've heard about. So start small. Keep dinner light and low in fat. Avoid eating within 2-3 hours of going to bed. Pay attention to which foods trigger burning and take a break from them. And if you happen to eat something spicy, don't lie down right away. Take a gentle 15-minute walk. Are you holding on to any of these eating habits right now? Have you tried adjusting your diet and noticed a difference in your symptoms? Leave a comment and share, because your story might be the solution someone else has been looking for. In the next video, we'll talk about stomach enemy 4, sleeping positions, and how one simple posture mistake at night could be the reason your reflux keeps coming back night after night. Stomach's enemy 4, sleeping in the wrong position. Harmless? Think again. It could be fueling your nighttime reflux. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with a tight feeling in your throat, a dry cough, or even a sour taste rising all the way up into your mouth? If so, the culprit may not be what you ate, but how you're lying down. One of my older patients, Mr. Tristan, 64 years old, told me, "I cut out all the triggers, light dinners, no coffee at night. But the moment I lie down, the coughing and heartburn start. I can't fall back asleep until almost morning." I asked, "Do you sleep on your back?" He nodded. "Always have, ever since I was a kid." Just by changing his sleeping position, he noticed a huge difference within a few nights. So why does sleep posture matter so much? When you lie flat on your back, your stomach and esophagus are nearly at the same level. If your lower esophageal sphincter, LES, is weak, even just slightly, stomach acid can more easily flow upward into your throat. That flat back sleeping position basically opens the door for reflux. Especially if you've eaten late or had a big meal, the contents of your stomach haven't finished digesting, and gravity works against you. That's why so many people experience nighttime coughing, choking, or sudden wake-ups with a burning throat. The good news? The fix is simple and powerful. 1. Elevate your upper body, not just your pillow. Use a wedge pillow or raise the head of your bed by 6 to 8 inches, about 15 to 20 centimeters. This gentle incline uses gravity to keep acid in your stomach where it belongs. 2. Sleep on your left side, not your right. Studies show that sleeping on your left side can significantly reduce reflux episodes and acid exposure. Why? Because your stomach naturally curves to the left. When you lie on your left side, the stomach stays lower than the esophagus, making it harder for acid to creep up. You don't need a total lifestyle overhaul. Even a small change in how you sleep could make a huge difference in your stomach health and your sleep quality. Have you ever tried sleeping on your left side? Do you notice your symptoms get worse when lying flat on your back? Share your experience in the comments below, because your story might just help someone else sleep better tonight. Stomach's enemy 5, stress, the silent saboteur of your digestive system. There's something most people overlook, but I see it over and over again in my clinic. The more stressed someone is, the worse their reflux becomes. One of my patients, Miss Helen, 58 years old, once told me, "Every time something happens at home or work gets overwhelming, I feel the heartburn all night. Sometimes I eat just a small bowl of rice, but the moment I lie down, it feels like my throat is on fire." Have you ever felt that way? Why does stress affect acid reflux? Because your body has something called the gut-brain axis, a direct communication channel between your brain and your digestive system. So when your mind is stressed, your stomach is too. Stress doesn't necessarily increase acid, but it makes you feel it more intensely. When your brain is on high alert, you become hypersensitive to discomfort, pain, and burning. A small amount of acid that wouldn't bother you normally suddenly feels unbearable. But that's not all. Stress weakens your gut in other ways. 1. It disrupts gut motility. Some people get constipated, others get diarrhea. This imbalance adds pressure in the stomach, increasing the risk of reflux. 2. It slows healing. Chronic stress triggers hormones that suppress your body's ability to repair itself. If you have mild inflammation or irritation in the stomach lining, it may linger longer, delaying recovery. 3. It activates harmful habits. Under stress, many people smoke more, drink more, eat mindlessly or emotionally, and all of these, as you now know, make reflux worse. I get it. Managing stress isn't easy, especially when life is filled with responsibilities, deadlines, and worries. But if you truly want to heal reflux from the inside out, then managing your stress must be part of the journey. Some simple, realistic practices. Take 10 minutes a day to meditate or breathe deeply. Go for a short walk outdoors. Let your body and mind exhale. Talk to someone, a friend, a therapist, or a support group. Listen to calming music before bed to activate your parasympathetic nervous system and improve digestion and sleep. You deserve a healthy gut and a peaceful mind because the two are deeply connected. Have you ever noticed your reflux gets worse during times of stress? If so, leave a comment. Your story might help someone else feel a little less alone. And now let's wrap it all up. In this video, we've talked about 5 hidden enemies quietly making apple cider vinegar or any other remedy ineffective. 1. Smoking. 2. Alcohol. 3. Spicy or fatty foods, late meals. 4. Poor sleeping posture. 5. Chronic stress. Maybe now you've realized something. You can take all the vinegar in the world, but if you're still smoking every day, still drinking late into the night, still overeating, lying down right after, watching TV, still sleeping flat on your back, and still holding on to months or years of unresolved stress, then all your efforts may be in vain. Your stomach has a thin protective lining, like armor, shielding you from acid. When that lining wears down, even a little acid, whether it's from food or apple cider vinegar, stops helping and starts hurting. Healing reflux isn't just about what to take or avoid. It's about learning to live with more awareness, more compassion toward your own body. And that journey begins with the simplest of steps. Sip your drink slowly, eat on time, take a 15-minute walk after dinner, turn off screens a little earlier before bed, and remind yourself, I deserve to live with more ease. If you've stayed with me this far, I believe you're someone who's ready to make real sustainable change. You don't need to rush. You don't need to be perfect. Just choose a little better, one day at a time. So what about you? Are you holding on to one of these hidden habits? Have you ever felt better after making even a small shift? Leave a comment, because your journey might be the encouragement someone else needs today. And if this video gave you a clearer picture of what's really going on, please like, share it with someone who might need it, and hit subscribe to stay connected. In our next video, we'll explore a fascinating angle few people talk about: apple cider vinegar in the gut microbiome, a surprising link between reflux and your inner ecosystem. If you're curious about true healing from the inside out, you won't want to miss it. Thanks for staying with me to the end, and thank you for taking care of yourself.